Hey, what's up everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. Alright, I want to tell y'all right now, this ain't usually my thing. Talking about off the court stuff as it pertains to players getting in trouble, I usually avoid it. Miles Bridges, I avoided it. All kinds of stuff, I avoided it. But in this particular conversation, I'm feeling compelled to speak. Kevin Porter Jr. of the Rockets, point guard for the Rockets, combination shooting guard as well. He got into it with his girlfriend, allegedly beat her up in a New York hotel, Times Square. She, I guess, the story goes, he came back to the hotel room at a certain hour. She wasn't appreciative of that, probably thought he was cheating or something, locked him out, had to get the security in this hotel to kind of get him back in. I guess his name was on the reservation, so he was able to get himself back in. Upon arriving, upon getting into that hotel room, he allegedly attacked her. He was arrested, thrown in jail in New York. Kevin Porter got to understand something, man. I don't know. Look, when the details come out, you know, maybe we'll know the truth. Maybe it isn't this. But if it went as alleged, he's got to understand something, man. The Houston Rockets have drafted Amon Thompson at your position. They also brought in Fred VanVleet on a max deal at your position, bro. They already trying to kick you out the door. But you would not have no problem getting no other jobs because there are other teams who could use your talent. Now, we remember the situation with him back in Cleveland, throwing food around the room because somebody had given Taurean Prince his locker. You know, he's a higher level player than Taurean Prince, but he didn't get a chance to show that in Cleveland. And I think it was a big mistake on Cleveland's part, but given the fact that he's been getting in trouble and stuff like that, you can see why they probably didn't prioritize him the way his talent would otherwise say. And you see the Houston Rockets, they've been talking about how they want to turn things around as it pertains to their image as a team. They didn't like the immaturity on the team. They were getting rid of all the youngsters and bringing in guys that I would never bring to my team if I had a young team symbol like that. But that's because of the image. And this might be speaking to some of the stuff that Houston and ultimately Tillman Fertitta didn't want to deal with, man. Probably stuff that we don't even know about. Kevin's going to have to understand something, man. Nobody's going to put up with bull crap, bro. There are a million players in the league that can play. You happen to have a very strong talent level, but you are not somebody that they can't live without, fam. Not at all. So when you allow yourself to be seen in any type of light like this, you're putting your career at risk. And there's a lot of money for you to make in this league, and you ain't made it yet. You ain't made that kind of money yet. Hitting women and putting your hands on women should be something that men fear. Never mind all of the different aspects of it. But you should fear that, especially in 2023. Women in power movement, you ain't going nowhere with that. They will kick you all the way out of your profession, whether you're a basketball or anything else. This is definitely not the year to be putting your hands on a woman. No, it never is. I don't know of Kevin Porter's circumstance, but I'm going to say something that may not apply to him at all. Fathers, stay in your sons' lives. Please, stay there, bro. And I don't know if his dad is alive. I don't know if his dad is around. That's not my place to even know of him. But I'm just saying, this is the type of thing that you need to be teaching your sons to fear. Not just to be like, yo, we stronger, don't hit women like I was raised to understand. But understand if you put your hands on a woman in this era, it might cost you more than you're willing to give. Not to mention that you're a grown man and should not be putting your hands on a woman or anybody weaker than you in any way, but especially not a woman. Your mother gave life to you, fam. That right there is a tribute enough for you to say, you know what, let me handle my concerns with a woman a different way, just for the strength that you got pushed out. And she almost died to have birth to you. That's why I look at it like, yo, women give life, bro. All we do is take care of the aspect in the bedroom. After that, they have to do all the work as it pertains to the hurt that comes to bring us about. We ain't got no right to be disrespecting that. We really don't. And that's where I stand on that. If I had a son, that would be one of the first things I want to teach him. I see you putting your hands on a girl, I'm putting my hands on you. Straight up. You ain't hitting your sister, you sure ain't gonna be swinging at your mama. That's out. That's absolutely out. For moral reasons and survival reasons. And I'm telling you right now, you can't put your hands on my sister. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that. I can't promise you I'm gonna walk away with my freedom. I can't promise you're gonna walk away with your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And there are a million men around just like that. So if you don't want those type of problems, it would be wise to keep your hands off of women as well. But even more so, it's just about, the specifics of Kevin's situation, bro. You know what team you on. You know what they just did. They invested a high-level draft pick and $100 million plus in your position and didn't get it back to you. You cannot be the guy that does anything in the offseason with that being the season that you're walking back into. The only thing you should be thinking about is utilizing the little 20 minutes that they're going to give you a game, because that's all they're going to want to give you, to show that you're worth 40 minutes a game somewhere else. And now you ain't going to have that opportunity because they're going to likely suspend you for as long as they want to. Now, mind you, his girlfriend is a WNBA player. From what I understand, she has not been active in the WNBA, but she was a high draft pick when she was. So it's like people are going to know of her. She's going to have the backing necessary to lay the hammer on you, not to mention the charges, fam. And it's like, yo, man, Kevin Porter, bro, you cannot allow yourself to make this type of mistake, man. This is not the type of mistake you can make, little bro. You can't do it. You cannot do it. And I get it. You from humble beginnings. I know of your history in the past. You from Seattle, all this and that already. I know. But at the end of the day, that cannot take precedent over the self-preservation of your own career and life, fam. It cannot. And if you got anger issues and mental health concerns that would otherwise make it so that you lash out at women and lash out at people or whatever, you can't control your energy enough to not put your hands on folks, then brother, you are going to lose a lot more than what it is that you're going to ultimately dish out in those fights. You're going to lose a lot more. You might as well just start swinging at yourself, because that's what you're really hurting when you do that. I'm disappointed, because this is a player I've been talking about a lot as somebody that I want my Lakers to go pick up while his value's low. Bring him here. But now he doing all that. Nah, I don't want him nowhere near the team. I don't want him on my squad. You know what I'm saying? Doing this? No, bro. You ruin your reputation with people that believe in your game. And that's exactly what I am. Someone who believes in your game. So I'm highly disappointed that he would allow himself to be seen in this light. I'm highly disappointed that the circumstances got that bad. However it went. Maybe she was at fault. Maybe she started it. I don't know. We don't know the details. But men have to understand. You put your hands on a woman in this era specifically, and you got to be ready to lose everything. Every dollar, every opportunity. Lose it all, bro. This is women empowerment movement. This is it. This is we're there. This ain't 1955, bro. You can't go around slapping around and think you're going to walk on it. Nah. They're going to throw you in jail for a long time. They're going to keep you from getting everything you supposed to get. You might as well be a white person saying the N-word. That's how bad that is. So for me, it's like, nah, bro, you can't. No, Kevin, you messed up big time this time, bro. You messed up big time this time, whether it's true or not. The fact that you've been arrested for this is enough. You could never get arrested for something like this, especially at damn Times Square. Times Square? Bro. So that's why I wanted to get up here and express my frustration and disappointment, because this is a player who I know his value is low. He can be picked up by a team like the Clippers or the Lakers and explode return on value. Explode return on value with what he's capable of doing statistically. Super talented, God-given ability. But because of what he's doing, he might end up having to be the best player in China now, as opposed to being a really good all-star level player. As he grows in this league, it's just not going to happen if you're going to allow yourself to have this type of reputation. So let this be what it is, man, as it pertains to me speaking out. I don't condone hitting nobody. You keep your hands off of look, I'm going to tell people like this. If you walk up to somebody and you think you're just going to punch them, you better be ready to be shot at. That's what I tell people. Be ready to be shot at. Not everybody going to want to throw down. Not everybody going to want to throw hands. Not in the era we're in. This is the era of shoot first. A lot of people can't fight and know it and ain't about to lose a fight to you. So just in general, don't go around looking for a fair fade. Ain't no fair fades. People will jump you, they'll throw stuff at you, they'll do whatever they got to do. If you're gonna attack them, be prepared to lose your life. Period. That's what I'm telling everybody, man, woman, child, everybody. Don't lash out at people unless you're ready to go. That's what I'm saying. And the second thing is, if you're gonna be the type of person that's gonna be that type of way, then you be prepared to lose everything when you do that. Be prepared to lose everything unless you're in an arena where people have agreed to fight. And even in those situations, it can go left. You don't know what a person going to do when they feel themselves being attacked. They may agree to throw a fair fight, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're getting shot at anyway. It's just not. This is not the era to be confused about what attacking someone can lead to. This is not the era to be confused by that. You're going to potentially lose everything, man. So that's what I have to say about that. And look, If you're a man, you're a strong man. I consider myself to be a strong guy. I'm only about 5'11", but I take care of myself. I ain't got no business putting my hands on a woman that's stronger than me or weaker than me. I just don't. She may want to attack me, and I'll defend myself, and I'll deal with the consequences. But I've yet to put myself in a position to where a woman will want to attack me. And that's a big part of it, too. Going around wolfing, doing all kinds of different stuff, going around acting this and that. Yeah, you might find yourself in a physical altercation as to which you're going to have to deal with these type of things. It's best to just protect your energy entirely. Put out the energy you want to receive back. If you don't want to be attacked, don't put out nothing that's going to otherwise make it so that people want to, man. Easy. Easy, simple, easy peasy, bro. And look, sometimes in domestic situations, it can get rough. I've been in one. Luckily, no cops were called, but it got bad. She pushed me around. I was trying to keep her from leaving the apartment. Stupid stuff. I've been there in my 20s at his age. But never was I stupid in regards to thinking that I could swing at my ex or something like that and it was going to go my way. Never was I stupid to think that. And I was fortunate enough to be raised by a mother in a village that helped me understand that I had no right. And so if I was going to act a certain way, I'd be ready for a certain type of reputation and consequence. And some of us are raised in households where we watch our parents go through circumstances. My mother was raised in a household where domestic violence was everywhere. To a point, it even affected how she started to view her son as I grew older and started to look like a grown man. There were certain times where she wasn't as comfortable around me because of the trauma she had went through living in that situation. It's the truth. And that's what I want. That's why I was so sensitive to that, to say my grandmother and my aunties and all of them, they went through enough that I was aware of growing up because my mother was transparent with me about some of them circumstances. So I don't have any patience for domestic violence circumstances based on the trauma that my mama suffered and my aunties and them suffered. I got no patience for that. You can't do that around me. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's where I'm at with that just personally. I don't have patience for that, bro. None. At all. Because I know what it can come of it. So it's like, it's not just as simple as you going through a moment and that's it. You leaving trauma in people's lives depending on how you're going about what you're doing. Especially if children are around. You're going to leave trauma in their lives. That's going to affect how they view certain things. It's going to affect how they interact with one another. And maybe they think it's okay to do what you did. Maybe you were in a household where your mom and your dad was going at it. So you think it's fine for a man to put his hands on a woman. I'm telling you, once you go outside them walls of that household, you find out this is what comes of that. And that's New York, bro. I understand that Kevin's from Seattle. He plays in Houston. You're in New York now. They got some real laws out there. I don't even want to go to New York. They don't even let you have a handgun out there without giving you 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You can't even be from a gang without expecting a RICO charge that's going to have you gone for 18 to 20 years, federal. That ain't even a place to be. I think everybody should leave New York, to be honest with you, especially if you want to be a part of something active. No, get the hell out of there. I don't know why anybody want to be a Billy or anything like that out there. Nah. The way they're roping people up and throwing them away forever. Pfft. Y'all need to do something different, man. So, all I'm saying to Kevin Porter Jr., anybody who's listening to me, is it's not as simple as you looking like a bad guy for hitting a woman. You're going to lose every damn thing. It ain't just as simple as a guy like me shunning you saying, oh, you're a bad guy. No, you're going to lose every damn thing. This is not the 50s. It's not the 40s. People just beating their wives, come home, be mad and all that. Nah, bro. Nah, they're not going for that now. Not in this millennium. And it's only getting stronger as it pertains to women getting their power, people in their identity, identifying however they want to and stuff like that. Nah. I'm sorry. There ain't no way around it. You might as well hurt you if you're going to hurt her. You might as well just turn it around and start punching on yourself, bro. Probably be better if you did. So I'm highly disappointed in the young fella. Not to say that he may know better or not know better, but he going to learn better now. He going to learn better now. And if you're going to be with somebody that's going to provoke you to put your hands on them, then that's not the person for you, man. I have to tell y'all that. There's a lot of us with the people that we with for the wrong reasons. If she is going to be that paranoid to where you come back to the hotel at a certain hour and she locking you out, that ain't your girl. And I tell you like this is how I feel about that. If she's that damn paranoid, whoever she may be, not specifically his situation, but just in general, chances are, in some cases, if not all, they doing something that would otherwise make it so that they paranoid that way. Y'all got to think about that aspect of it. Why the hell she think I would do that if not for her doing that herself? Why would she be so paranoid as to think that I'm going to do something like this if not for the fact that maybe she deserves it and she know it? Y'all gotta be careful. Not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything that's pretty is meant for you. And in his situation, man, the best thing for that rich man to do is just get another room. Get another room, bro. You're rich. You're not as rich as you're going to be, but you can afford to get another room if she locked you out. You don't need to be going back in there. What you going back in there for? To beat her up. And ultimately get yourself thrown in jail and possibly lose your career. That's the only reason why you wanted to get back in the hotel room. If her wasn't asleep, certainly wasn't asleep, you got to ask yourself, what the hell am I going back in here for? She done locked me out. All I'm going to do is be angry when I get in there. I got the money to buy myself another room. Let me get another room. You Kevin Porter Jr., they're going to give you another room. So, I don't know, man. Father, stay in your sons' lives and teach them what it is I'm telling you here. Even if you don't believe it yourself, you're going to protect them from losing everything. And if you're going to let your son see you beating up on your wife, please believe he's probably going to grow up to do the same thing, and it probably ain't going to go right for him. It probably ain't going to go right for him. So that's what I'm telling y'all. You got to be careful what you allow your grandparents, your parents, and the stuff that we passing down in our family. The world is changing. Some of this stuff that y'all been doing, you can't do no more. Whether you're used to it or not, whether you think it's normal or not, if you don't start letting some goodness in, all the bad's going to come rushing at you quickly. Fast. Career be gone fast. And I'm looking at a guy like Miles Bridges. His situation was similar, although it looked like his was a little different. He was probably provoked. And even so, I tell him, bro, don't ever let nobody see you striking a woman, because it ain't gonna matter if you provoked or not. It ain't gonna matter if she didn't clear out your house or not. It ain't gonna matter if she did to you or not. They ain't gonna care, bro. They ain't gonna care. All they gonna see is that thing swinging between your legs and identify you as a man and proceed to treat you as such for beating a woman. That's it. You do better telling everybody you a woman now. Try to get away from it. I identify as a woman. That's why I feel comfortable beating her up. That's the only thing gonna get you out of that. And probably that won't either. Not in the court of public opinion. It ain't gonna work with me. I ain't gonna buy that. But maybe the courts will. These are the lengths men have to do to protect themselves from their own demons when they don't have sense in their head to not put hands on women. Might as well tell yourself you are one. Video 44. I thank you all for watching.